Hello everybody and welcome back to another video. I'll record this one real quick. And I tried to record a His Reasons one, and the first time I recorded it, the stupid audio wasn't recording even though it was picking up my audio. So I had to record it again. It started as a 32-minute video and went down to a 31-minute video. That wasn't that much shorter, but I call it a win. So today we are reading Sly Girl. It's a Shigaraki X Reader fanfic by sweetiekitty2468 on Wattpad. I did the prologue as chapter 1, so for me this is chapter 7. On my paper it says chapter 7, but the thing is titled chapter 6. So yeah. Check these real quick. There's no announcement. I wonder if she ever got to that. Okay. Yep. I had to go check it. I didn't notice it was there before. Okay. Yeah, let's begin. You were still in your Maine Coon form, but you were sitting on Koda's desk. You purred as he rubbed your head. To the entire class of 1A, you were a stress release. You were also a pillow to a few, such as Denki, Mina, Sero, and Mineta. You continued to purr before you heard something about retro, perked up only to see him. Welcome to the most important class in UA High. Think of it as Heroing 101, his voice booming. You growled slightly at this point. At this point, I'll go fucking deaf. You ignored him entirely, not liking how loud All Might was. Though your ears perked at two words. Fight training. And those words were from Bakugo. You felt giggly. Oh, you haven't fought anyone for a while, and it was starting to get to you. But one of the keys to being a hero is looking good. These hero suits are based off your quirk, and a design form you sent in. You never sent a design form, so you just assumed that Shigaraki and Kirigiri sent one for you. To your luck, and also disadvantage, they sent in a design. It wasn't that great, and it showed more skin than you liked, but that was for your flexibility. But the collar, oh, you were going to have a chat about that. Though you did like the paw gloves. Though you did like the paw gloves they gave you. It suited you well. All Might had said you couldn't be in your cat form in the start of training, so you argued with him and ended up only keeping the ears and tail of your cat form. You weren't happy at all with the way some of the boys were looking at you, but you refused to go full human. You huffed softly, hearing All Might go on about teams. You ended up on Team J with Kirishima and Sero. It didn't bother you at all. You growled at the fact D and A went against each other. Honestly, you wanted to beat Bakugo's ass, and with all your years of training, it would be so easy to rip his throat out. You watched the fight closely, hearing every word because of your ears. You watched as Bakugo hunted Izuku down, and soon enough you found yourself internally cheering Izuku on. And when his team won, you felt proud, maybe. You waited until it was your turn. Team H versus Team J. You were excited to show off just how powerful your quirk really was. You were ready to beat their asses into the ground. Your tail wagged in anticipation, and your ears flicked with excitement. Seeing as you were of the villain side of it made it just better. Kirishima and Sero noticed how excited you were, but they figured you were just in for the fight. Alright, I got a plan. Sero, you come with me. I need a distraction. Kirishima, I need you to stay here and keep the bomb safe. Got it? The two nodded, and as soon as the fight started, you and Sero were off. You sent Sero to cause a distraction as you shifted into a creature, one you knew would frighten them, long enough to stop them for you two to capture them. Your head shifted to that of a deer skull, and your limbs elongated. The creature's body was decayed horribly. You knew you were scaring everyone that was watching, and you loved it. Your mouth opened as you sucked in a deep breath, a low snarl filling the entire building. What is that? Uraka looked scared as hell, while everyone else was just at a loss for words. It's a Wendigo, Momo stuttered out. But aren't those fake? Bakugo hissed. Your body slumped over, and your single eye light turned to the camera before you proceeded your way towards the heroes, your body swaying loosely as your claws dragged against the wall. Needless to say, you were milking this cow dry, but you were loving it all at the same time. Once your eyes landed on Tokiyami and Sue, you let out a loud, horrific screech. The two froze at the sight of you. You took this as your advantage, and in one single swift movement, you locked them to the ground, pinning them with your clawed hands. A low but loud, growlish hiss sounded from your throat. You could just pop their heads off. It'd be so easy. Villains win. You can let them go now, traveler. All Might's voice spoke. You snarled loudly before your head shifted towards the camera. You pulled your claws off them and growled. You made a noticeable glare towards the two before shifting back into your Maine Coon form. You gave an unamused look towards the camera before stalking out, ready to hear about your performance. Alright, did anyone see anything wrong with the hero team? They froze up, Momo muttered, and that allowed them to be trapped. And what about the villain team? That's when Midoriya perked up. There wasn't much wrong, but Traveler shouldn't have counted on them stopping in fear, because there was a chance they wouldn't have froze up like that, and leaving Kirishima to keep the bomb safe was a good idea, as well as Sero being a distraction. Midori began to mumble off, and All Might nodded. You have a good point, young Midoriya. He smirked. He knew they could barely find anything wrong, because you had been in the villain life for a long time. You've stolen, and not to mention killed anyone you deemed weak. Alright, that was a good chapter. Yeah, you will hear me in the next video. Bye-bye.